right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I am super excited. Especially to talk about what I'm talking about today. I am super excited. Especially. There we go. It sounds like I'm on. Come on through here. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. If you are coming on, if you are joining me live today, please do your boy a favor. Hit the like button, hit the share button, tag Lolly Dolly, everybody, and let them know. Prophet Ramon, the squad, we are live right here in the beautiful Buckhead community of Atlanta. And as you see, I am rocking my signature next level hoodie and hat all at the same time. But don't let this hoodie and hat fool you. I'm getting ready to give you some game that can change and transform every area of your life. So if you're coming on today, here's what I need you to do. You should already know the routine. You should already know the routine. What I need you to do is this. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit the share button. I need you to put in the comments what city, what state, what area you are watching us from today. I want to know where you're at, what you're doing, what you got going on. Please put it in the comments. Today we're going to be talking about the Business Incubator. You've been hearing me talk about it for the last week or so. I've shared a little bit of incremental information here and there about the Business Incubator, but I don't want to just talk about it from the perspective of what I am doing in my own business. I want to talk about it from the perspective of how important it is for you as an entrepreneur, how important it is for you as a business owner to put you and your organization in a position, if this is a word, I'm not sure if this is a word, but for you to put you and your organization in a position to be incubated. How about that? Your business needs to be incubated. Your ideas need to be incubated. Everything that you have going on in your personal, your professional, and financial life needs to be incubated. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the Business Incubator. Of course, this is a program that we just launched and we are introducing to our business community. But the Business Incubator is actually a concept. It is something that conceptually every entrepreneur, every business owner should consider putting themselves in with regard to positioning yourself and positioning your business for success. So again, if you are watching us live, please hit the like button, hit the share button, text somebody, tweet somebody, tag somebody, let them know we're live. Invite them to join you for the Ramon Preston Show today, and put in the comments what city, what state you are watching us from. I would love to know. I also want to say thank you to all of you that continue to follow us, all of you that continue to support us, all of you that continue to be a part of our business community. I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate all your love, all your support, all your engagement, all your participation. And if you're getting value from what we share with you on the Ramon Preston Show, please, if you would be so kind, send us a message. Let us know how valuable the show is, how the content that you're getting on the show and even on our social media platforms, how this content is impacting your personal life, your professional life, your financial life. For those of you that are a part of our business community, maybe you are a member of our Millionaire Blueprint program. Maybe you are a mentee in our mentorship program. You are a client in our coaching or consulting program. Maybe you are anticipating to become a member of one of our programs I want to thank you. The fact that you even take us into consideration. I do my best to tell people thank you all the time, even if they don't do business with us. If I have an opportunity to speak with you, my team and I, we always do our due diligence to thank you. And just for watching the show, it means everything to me. It means everything to my squad. And we do everything that we can do to serve you. So if you have any questions, because we've been answering a lot of questions on our show, at least on the back end of our show, I want to make sure that I take some time to answer your questions. I mean, literally, y'all, I probably get, without exaggeration, I probably get at least, I'll just be conservative, I probably get at least 5 questions a day. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, via email. And these questions are almost always centered around holding companies, structuring your companies, building systems, creating processes. There may be some legal questions in there, some tax questions, some financial literacy questions. And all of these questions reflect what we provide for our community and what we provide for our clients on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to take a few moments today on the second part of today's show to answer questions. So if you have questions, even if it's a later time that you're watching this show, all you have to do is drop your questions in the comment section, or you can inbox us or message us and send us the questions, and we will either answer the questions during the live show if we can get around to them, or we'll just add them to the list of questions that we try our best to circle back around each day and answer on the Ramon Preston Show. So again, if you have questions, all you have to do is drop the questions in the comments. My squad, they always lurking. They checking them comments, so we try not to miss any comments or any questions. But if we do, we'll always come back and we'll answer it. Okay. So let's talk about the Business Incubator. All right. I want to give you a general definition for what a Business Incubator is. And then I'm going to explain the Business Incubator from the perspective of the program that we just introduced, because this is a part of my passion. I've been doing a lot of the things that I'm talking about today. I do it every day with my clients and with people that we mentor and we coach. It's just that recently we've decided to introduce this new program, which is an extension of our company, because we see the need for startup companies and small business owners to really have a lot of support for building their businesses out. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that. So what exactly is a business incubator? What is a business incubator? Well, traditionally, business incubators are organizations that help startup companies. They help individual entrepreneurs, and the help that they provide to these startup companies and entrepreneurs is help in developing their businesses and providing certain services for them to position their businesses to either receive funding, to either receive investment capital, or to either receive partnership opportunities with other investors or companies that want to either fund them or invest in them and become partners. That's what business incubators have traditionally been used to do. Now, there are many organizations all around the United States of America that provide concepts that describe and define business incubators, which means that if you are a startup company, if you are an individual entrepreneur and you're just not able to really get your business to a place to where your business is generating revenue, or you can't get the wheels to turn, and then you have some glitches, and you might not be able to afford hiring a consulting firm. You might not be able to afford to hire a business coach. You might not be able to afford to be a part of big ticket masterminds to really get around people and network with them to learn how to get your business going, well, you can always look for Business Incubator type organizations. Of course, on a national level, there are going to be a lot of organizations connected to the SBA. The SBA is the Small Business Administration. Okay, so if you're familiar with a lot of the loans that were given out, the EIDL emergency loans back in 2020 and 2021, some of the PPP loans, a lot of these loans and a lot of these grants and these funding opportunities were running through the SBA. But you can always go to the SBA, the Small Business Administration website, and look at their information to see if in fact they have programs or they are connected with working along with other organizations that can provide somewhat of a business incubator for you. But listen to me, if you're a small business owner, if you are an individual entrepreneur, you may have a good idea. You may even have your EIN number. You may even have your LLC paperwork. You may even have the basic things done, but you just can't quite get your business going. You ain't making enough money to pay yourself and to really provide the financial leverage you need to start moving your business forward. Then you need to take into consideration that there may be some things that you just don't know. Well, I already know it's things that you don't know. And that's okay. I want you to really understand it's okay, because I could be talking to you right now and you're watching me on this side of the camera, but where I want to go, there are things I don't know. And so in order for me to get to where I want to go, even though I don't know how to get there, I have to take into consideration what types of groups, what business ecosystems that I can connect to and get around to use as an incubator to help incubate my business to get it to the next level. So again, traditionally speaking, business incubators are organizations, and these organizations are set up and put together, and it's not always easy to connect to some of them. They're not always like public organizations that are just out there, you know, marketing and branding themselves and putting themselves on Front Street to let you know they exist. But there are some that exist, and a lot of times, again, you could go through the Small Business Administration. Even if you got a relationship with your bank, sometimes you could just call your bank or talk to someone at your bank and ask them, do you know any organizations that help small businesses? Do you know any organizations that help startup companies? You can talk to people in certain professions. It could be lawyers or CPAs or people who do certain things for companies and business owners, and ask them, do you know, or more properly speaking, who do you know that helps and works with small businesses? Who do you know that works with startup companies to help them get funding for capital? So it's all about asking the right questions. It's all about putting yourself in a position, okay? So that's what the concept of the Business Incubator is about. So it's not something that I created. It's not something that some people that you see doing it came up with. It's something that is common knowledge, especially in these types of business circles. So that's exactly what a business incubator is. Now, with regard to the Business Incubator, that is a new program we've just introduced to the market under the banner, under the umbrella of Ramon Preston Enterprises. The Business Incubator for us is actually an all-inclusive consulting and capital program. So to simplify it for me, the Business Incubator is a consulting and capital program. And again, this is my way of taking my core competencies as a business consultant and really infusing it in a program that will allow the startup entrepreneur, that will allow the small business owner an opportunity to learn how to, and not just learn how to, but to have a team of consultants and experts work with them to put their businesses together the correct way, not just in the startup of filing and forming the paperwork, but also in the integration part of the business, the structure part of the business, making sure that you have the right systems, and we're not just telling you what systems you need. We're not just directing you to the type of systems you need. We are working with you to put those systems together. So I've had people just within the past couple weeks, well, we really introduced it last week, so this is really the second week, but we've already talked to people, which, by the way, we already have a new incubator member. We've already gotten our first incubator member. We have our first entrepreneur and startup company that's in our incubator that we're going to be working with. And truth is, our licensees are automatically a part of our incubator. So either you are joining our incubator program, or if you are a licensee under our umbrella, we are automatically putting you in our business incubator, because again, I want to help business owners really put their businesses together. I know how powerful it has been for me to put my business together in a way structurally so that I can put myself in a position to be free, to make more sales, to do more marketing, to build my brand, to make more money, to generate more revenue so I can scale my business. So for me, the Business Incubator is a program, and this program is centered around consulting and capital. So on one hand, we want to provide consulting services for our incubator members. We want to work with you. We're not just telling you what to do, giving you information and expecting you to do it. No, we're getting in the trenches with you. We're showing you, we're sitting down, we're actually scheduling incubators here. So they're going to be sessions that we have, 4, 5, 6, 7 hour sessions that we come together and we start working on your systems. We're going to have sessions where we're just working on your marketing systems and processes. We're going to have sessions where we're just working on your financial systems and processes. We're going to have sessions where we're just working on your operational systems and processes. We're going to have sessions where we're working on your sales systems and processes. So my team and I, we're coming in the trenches with you. We're sitting down with you and we're walking with you through each step of the system and the processes so that when you leave the incubator, you have a solid business structure, solid business systems, solid business processes. You have your vision, you have your mission, you have your core values, you have your company pillars, you have your processes, you have your procedures, you have everything you need that's going to make what you do in the marketplace even easier. So again, I'm super excited about this because I know so many business owners, they are stuck. They're stuck, and they're stuck not because they don't have good ideas. Now again, if you will be honest with me today, and if you would just be honest with yourself today, if I were to ask you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, are you stuck in any area in your business? What would your answer be? Are you stuck? And if I were to follow up with that question and say, what area in your business are you stuck, or do you feel stuck? Is it sales? Are you stuck, or do you feel stuck making sales? Do you have a challenge creating a correct sales system or sales process? Are you stuck with marketing? Do you feel like you don't understand how to put a marketing system together or a process for your marketing? Are you stuck in your financials? Do you have an issue putting a solid financial system together or a financial process? Are you stuck with operations? Do you just have a challenge, or are you just kind of uncertain about what is your vision for your company? What is your mission? What are your core values? What are your company pillars? What are your policies and procedures? What are your processes? How is the operation of your business making sense? If those are some areas that you feel stuck in, or you just have challenges in, well, at some point you have to address them. Even if not today, hopefully it's today, but at some point you're going to have to address them, because these are the areas that are going to determine the success or failure of your business. Again, you could be an amazing person. You can have an amazing idea. You can have products and services that are like killer. For example, I've been through this so many times. I'll watch people on social media doing certain things. Maybe I'm the only one that do it. I know I'm not, but I'm just being a little shady here. But let's say I'll watch certain people do certain things on social media, or if I watch certain commercials on TV, or whatever the situation is. If I see somebody selling products or services, or they crushing it, they just killing it with certain things, and it ain't even really all that. You know, at best it's average. And a lot of times I'll look at that and I'll think to myself, man, how did they get that far? How are they doing all that? And it ain't even a good product, or the service they provide is really shabby. It ain't even that big of a deal. They don't even seem like they know a whole lot about it. But guess what? The truth is, there are certain internal things that they have figured out, or they have the right people helping them figure out, that have given them the lift. Those things have given them the leverage and the luxury to be exposed, to get noticed, and to become successful. And what a lot of small business owners, solopreneurs, independent contractors, startups don't understand is those things have very little to do with maybe you and your ideas or your products and services or how good they are. Those things have a lot to do with the internal systems and processes that you either lack or don't know nothing about. So I'm asking that question to you, and I want you to put in the comments what your answer actually is. Are you having issues? Do you feel like you have any challenges, and where your issues and challenges are? So you're going to have your executive system. You're going to have your sales systems. You're going to have your marketing. You're going to have your financial. And you're going to have your operational. So if you had to choose which one or how many of these areas of your business that you're having issues in, that you're struggling in. For example, in the executive area, are you just struggling with growing? Do you feel like you're having an issue getting the right people? Do you feel like you have an issue putting your business together? You can't quite run and manage your business because you're overwhelmed and you're doing too many things. Well, some of that could be executive issues. Do you have a business coach? Do you have a mentor? Do you have consultants and experts in your credibility kit? There are certain executive things that you need to have already in place to make your job, your role as the executive of your organization easy. If that is an area that you are challenged in, or you have those issues in, then you got to check that. Again, sales. Are you having issues in sales? Are you able to make sales? Do you have a sales system? Do you have a process that you're using that actually works for you and your business? Marketing. Do you know how to market? Are you having trouble finding the right marketer? Are you running ads and doing things, but you're not quite getting the attention you need? Financial. Are you just all over the place? You can't really figure out what's coming in, what's going out, what's left. You're not really good at QuickBooks. Operational. You don't have any operational procedures. You don't really have the structure of your organization well. So that means if you hire a virtual assistant, if you bring on someone to work with you and your team, you really don't know what their role is, what their responsibility is. If the things that I'm saying to you are resonating and you know you can check these boxes, it doesn't mean you're gonna fail. It means you will fail if you don't do nothing about it. But what it means is you are aware that these are things that have to be fixed. They have to be corrected. You gotta work on them. And it ain't gonna happen overnight. So again, you can choose to educate yourself. You can read books. You could take courses like our Millionaire Blueprint program and just watch videos and learn and study about these things and build the muscle to get better. You can get mentored. You could join coaching programs and mentoring programs like what we have. So that can actually work. I have a lot of clients that are being coached by me, and we're mentoring them, and we train them in these areas. We give them educational content. We give them videos. We have workshops and masterminds. We have one-on-one coaching sessions, and we show them how to work these things and integrate these things into their business. But guess what? We also have programs like this Business Incubator because I have seen the need. This is one of the reasons why we decided to implement this program and introduce it, because I see the need in the businesses that the owners are being taught and trained on our online program. I've seen the need in the businesses of the owners who are being coached by me and mentored by me, and it's still a need. You know, when I sit down with my coaching clients periodically and ask them, hey, where are you at? Where are you with your executive systems? Where are you with your sales, your marketing, your financials, your operational? And there's still some areas where they're glitching. Well, those areas that are glitching, that they're still having issues in, are areas that there's a need. So the best way to fill that need is for these entrepreneurs to create some type of comprehensive program to not just spin their wheels to try to figure out how they can do it at some point, but to get some other players in the game with them and say, hey, let's sit down with you and let's get to the table. I'm trying to show you my little table. And you get on one side of the table, we get on one side of the table, and we're gonna sit down. You're gonna get your laptop, I'm gonna get my laptop, or maybe we just have a big old computer right there, and we're gonna figure out what type of executive system and process do you need? How does that need to look for you? We're gonna do it with your sales, with your marketing, with your financials, with your operational. So again, for me, I have that program set up so that once we do that for you, now we can help you identify with what type of capital can you actually produce in this company, because the type of capital that you could potentially produce in this company will weigh heavily on the type of capital that you might be able to receive, whether it's from an investor, whether it's from a lender, whether it's from a bank, whether it's from a private lender, or whether it's from someone just looking at the way your business is set up, and that person can decide, or that group can decide, that this is an investable. This is a worthy business system with a great leader, with great products and services that just needs that lift and that infusion. So again, if you have any questions on this, I want you to drop the questions in the comments. I would love to answer any questions that you may have. If you don't have any questions, just be sure to give me some feedback on what we're sharing with you, because we're showing our community that, yes, it is a challenge. It is very complex. Sometimes it can be very complicated to work all these things into your business. But the good part about it is, once you get it, you got it. And that's what our goal is. Our goal is to see to it that you can get it, and then once you get it, you can maintain it. So I have a few questions that I'm going to just cover. Again, if you have any questions, just drop the questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer those questions. Here's a question. For the purpose of setting up the holding company with the Secretary of State, will you please explain how you would literally need to document and file this information onto paperwork? So this question is about, how do you actually file for your holding company with the Secretary of State? They want me to explain how I would document that, or need to document it and file this information. Well, let me explain it from the federal EIN perspective and from the Secretary of State perspective. So when you get your EIN number, that means you're going to go to irs.gov/SS4. I believe that's the page. You go to irs.gov/SS4. The form that you're filling out to get your EIN number is a SS4 form. Okay, you can do it online. Well, when you're filling out that form, you're getting an EIN number because you're starting an LLC. Okay, there's a LLC that you're starting in a specific state. That LLC is actually an LLC that you're starting to use for the purpose of being a holding company, right? Okay, well, when you start filling out that form or that application, once you get to the portion, I don't know exactly what page or what step in that form, online form, that you're going to see this, but there's going to be a section that basically gives you the option to choose what category is this LLC in. Is it a real estate LLC? Is it a restaurant? Is it agriculture? You know, is it farming? Is it construction? Well, when you see that area with those categories, you're probably not going to see holding company as a category. At least I've never seen it. And any attorney that I've worked with that does this paperwork, and anybody on our team that does this paperwork, they've never seen it. So that means once you see all these categories, somewhere at the bottom, you're going to see the word other. That's going to be a category basically saying if your business is not one of these industries, then it's going to be another or other industry. You're going to check other. When you check other, there should be an area where there's a box. That box is going to allow you to type certain things in there to specify. Okay, specify, to put in words specifically what you mean when you say other. Am I making sense? I'm keeping it real simple for you, okay? What I typically recommend to my coaching, consulting clients, even students, I have all this information in our courses as well. I recommend that you just put, if you want to put something in there, holding company for businesses. This is what I put in there when I do it. I don't really do it that much. Businesses, investments, and other assets. If they let you put that many words in it. If they don't let you put that many words in it, then just put holding company for businesses, investments, assets. Bada bing, bada boom. So you check other, you specify that, and guess what? You keep it moving and get your EIN number, and now you're going to go over to the Secretary of State, right? You're going to go over to the Secretary of State because here in your state, you've already received your EIN number. You told the application when you got your EIN number that there was a certain state you were starting either a single member or a multi-member LLC in. You specified over here that it was another industry outside of the ones that they gave you a list of, and you put specifically in the box that this was a holding company. So now at the Secretary of State level, you're going to file your articles of organization, right? When you file your articles of organization, you're going to give them your information, the name of your business, you're the registered agent, and they're going to be categories. In most cases, you're going to see the NAICS codes. All right, so they're going to be codes to specify what industry is your LLC in. They're going to have several industries. Some of them have main codes, and then some of them have subcodes. Depending on what state you in, you may see a code such as offices, of holding company or management of holding companies. If there's one code for offices of holding companies or one code for management of holding companies, you click that. That's what you're going to click, because remember, your LLC is a holding company. If there's a main code and a subcode, you click both of them, and that is specifying how you consider this to be a holding company with the Secretary of State. Now, there are some states that have neither one of these. Some states you don't see none of this. So when you're filing your articles in some states, you won't see a code. What you may see is a box, and this box may give you an optional provision, which means you can specify in that box what this LLC is being created for the purpose of. Here, you can basically put the same thing you put when you got your EIN, holding company for businesses, investments, and other assets. Or, because it's optional, you can just put nothing in there, because even if you put something there and on the EIN level, you're still going to need to put that in your operating agreement. If you don't know what an operating agreement is, or if you don't have an operating agreement for your LLC, this is why you need to at least, at minimum, purchase our holding company course and startup kit. I mean, it's $497 for that kit. That's one of the reasons why I'm always talking about it, because sometimes it's very difficult for some people to wrap their minds around the price that they need to pay for the value that they need to succeed in their business. But my point here is, if you have an operating agreement, you can put in your operating agreement the language specifying what the purpose of this holding company or this LLC is, and it is for the purpose of being a holding company. So that's my answer. It was a long answer to a very short question, but at least I gave you the answer, right? Okay, here's another question. Again, if you have any questions, just drop the questions in the comments. I want to give you as clear of an answer as I possibly can. So let's see here. See what our next question is. Next question. At what point are you able to change the name of the holding company? At what point are you able to change the name of the holding company? You can change the name of your holding company at any point. I mean, literally, you can go to the Secretary of State where your LLC is registered, and you can pay to amend your articles. It's like an article amendment. I believe here in Georgia it's probably $20. $20 you can amend your articles. And what are you going to do? You're going to just amend the name. You're going to go from ABC LLC to EFG LLC. And you're going to amend that. So you're going to pay to amend it for about $20. And when you amend it, your name is going to go from ABC LLC to EFG LLC. But here's what I like to explain to any clients that I may work with or students. Even though you can change it and amend it on the state level, it doesn't mean the name is going to change with the IRS, because remember, you got an EIN number. Remember that? So if you have an LLC, your LLC has an EIN. That's on a federal level. And your LLC has articles of organization. It was filed with the Secretary of State. So that's state level. So even though you may amend your articles over here and change the name to a new name, it doesn't mean it's going to reflect that over here. So you want to make sure that you contact them and let them know, I change the name of my business on the state level, because it's not going to just automatically change. So I just like to explain that to clients and students who want to change their names, okay? Let's see if we have any other questions. All right, let's see here. We got any other questions on here? Let's make sure we are covering them. Y'all make sure y'all put in the comments what city you're watching me from. And if you're watching this show and you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, please subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on LinkedIn. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, all of those platforms. You can find me at Ramon Preston. And again, if you are extremely interested in holding companies and holding companies alone, and how to build a holding company, how to establish one, how to start it and structure it and create your divisions and subsidiaries, and how to file and form the paperwork, and you need education on that, training, you want tutorials, you need an operating agreement drafted, you need all these things done, we have a holding company course and startup kit. It's only $497. All you have to do is reach out to me today and we can get you onboarded to this program, like literally within minutes. You can reach out to me at 404-478-7213. 404-478-7213. This is an entire holding company course and startup kit. So if you reach out to us, we will share more information with you about what this course and startup kit is, what's all in it, what it will provide for you, the benefits you'll get from it, and maybe, just maybe, if you need any additional information to complement that training because of certain things that you're doing, we have other programs available. So you may have a sales issue where you need a sales system, a sales process. You may need a script. Maybe you're having some issues with your financial systems or operational systems. We have other courses and programs that complement this one program, and we can make that option available for you. So all you have to do is just reach out to me and let me know, and we'll be more than happy to speak to you on it. The number again is 404-478-7213, and you could get access to it. You can also go to my website, RamonPreston.com. If you go to RamonPreston.com, all of the information I'm talking to you about, you will find on my website. You'll find information about our holding company course and kit, our Millionaire Blueprint, our mentorship coaching program, our incubator, consulting and capital program, our licensing and certification program. All of it can be found right here at RamonPreston.com. Okay, back to the questions. Let's see, I think I have another question to ask. The question is it wise or advised to use a person's government name as the title of a holding company? That's the question. Is it wise or advised to use a person's government name as a holding company? What do y'all think? What do you think about that? Is it wise or advised to use a person's government name as the title of a holding company? Here's what my answer is. Yes. It's actually one of the best branding decisions that you can make. Now, I spoke on this yesterday and probably a couple other days before. One of the issues that people have is, especially depending on who they talk to, the biggest issue that most people have when it comes to using their name is they're either just like uncomfortable using their name because they feel like they're bragging and, you know, like praising their own pawn, which I don't see a problem with. But a lot of times people want anonymity. They want to be anonymous. One of the reasons why a lot of people go with starting Wyoming LLCs or Nevada LLCs or Delaware LLCs, because of course they want charging order protections, because the courts are more favorable in those 3 states in particular than other states. But a lot of times they want anonymity. They don't want to be known. They want to be anonymous. The problem with that is, if you're trying to build a brand and a legacy company, this is why I would say using your government name for the title of your holding company is extremely beneficial for you if A, you want to establish a legacy company, and B, you want to build a brand with that legacy company. So when you think about certain holding companies, certain umbrella companies, certain parent organizations, they are named after the person who started the legacy. They are brands that we know, many of which are household names and global names, but these names reflect people who started these brands, built these legacies, and used their personal names as titles of their companies. So whether it's Sam Walton with Walton Enterprises, whether it's JP Morgan, whether it's Charles Schwab, whether it's Keller Williams, whether it's JC Penney, whether it's Johnson & Johnson. These are all names of people who created legacies, who built brands with their legacy companies, and who use their names as titles of holding companies. So if you don't want to brand your name, if you don't want to build that type of branded legacy, then it's okay to use a different name. My holding company is Ramon Preston Enterprises because I'm the brand ambassador. Okay, I am the leader of my legacy. I'm the patriarch, the tribal leader. So of course I want my name to reflect what I am pioneering and spearheading and doing. So you've got to make that decision, but I think the decision needs to be more of a business decision than you just taking it personal and feeling like, man, I don't know if I want to use my name. Well, who are you hiding from? Because most businesses are going to have to build brand awareness and market themselves in such extraordinary ways to grow and succeed anyway, that if you don't use your name, it's not like you can't grow and succeed. It just means you got to know what hills and what hurdles you got to cross. So if you use your name and you build a brand around your name, you may be able to cross certain hills and hurdles different than if you don't use your name and you build a brand around a different name. It can happen. It just means that you need to be clear on that so you're not confused about that. So again, we answered a few questions. We talked about our business incubator. If you know without a shadow of a doubt whether you have started your business or whether you are in the process of starting it, but if you know you need some help, some education and training, maybe some coaching and mentoring or some consulting, if you know you need some assistance in properly starting, or maybe you're restarting an organization or company or business, or maybe you started it and you just need some help structuring it. You don't quite have your grip on the systems and processes that you need, and you just need some information. You need a little bit of wisdom and direction on that. I want you to take into consideration the programs that we have available for you. We have some extraordinary business training programs to help you start, structure, and scale your business. We have programs that provide education, provide walkthrough tutorials, provide coaching, consulting, mentoring to you and for you to help you do it the right way so you can start seeing progress. All of our programs, whether they are training programs, coaching, mentoring, or consulting, all of our programs show you step by step how to start, structure, and how to scale whatever business you have, whatever ministry you have, whatever income stream that you want to build. We show you how to start it and structure it correctly. We walk you through each step of the process. How do you identify your goals, your personal, your professional goals, your financial goals? How do you set goals and quantify those goals so that you know where you want to go? We show you how to do that. We show you how to identify with the proper business system that you need. What type of structure do you need? If you got 6 or 7 things going on, how do you organize it in a way that it makes sense, is simple, and is easy for you to navigate? We show you that. We help you and walk you through that process of identifying with that. We also help you and show you how to develop your products and services. You have ideas. How do you turn those ideas into products and services? How do you properly price those products and services? How do you package them properly so you can introduce them to the market? We show you that. We also show you and walk you through the process of integrating the right systems. We always center a lot of our training and mentoring and coaching around the main systems in a business: your executive systems, your sales systems, your marketing systems, financial systems, operational systems. We show you how to actually integrate that into your business so that you can build the right systems and the right processes. And we help put together a game plan for you so that you can execute it. So we have programs that range from workshops, masterminds, online, virtual, 1-year mentorship coaching, incubator, consulting programs. We even have licensing programs. It just depends on where you want to get started and how much support from our team that you need to start it, to structure it, and to scale it to success. But we know how to do that. We do that every day, and we know it's making an impact in a lot of people's lives. So all you have to do is text if you're interested in learning more, or if you have other questions that you would like to ask and you just want to be more informed on what we're doing and the benefits that you can get from the programs that we provide. All you have to do is text this word, because this word should reflect what you want to be. You might want to change the M into a B. I don't know. But guess what? For now, just text millionaire to 404-478-7213. So I know you might want to be a billionaire, but you can't be a billionaire until you're a millionaire, unless you just wake up one day and you're a billionaire. But hey, that may happen. But if it don't happen, do you have a step-by-step process on what you can actually do to get to millionaire, to at some point become multimillionaire or billionaire? For now, text millionaire to 404-478-7213. I appreciate all of you for joining me today on the Ramon Preston Show. If we have given you any value, well, just give me a like, give me a share, give me a comment, subscribe to my page, visit our website, take a look at all the programs that we have. Let other people who you know are in business or who are looking to get in business know that there are people who have integrity, godly people, people of faith, people that have longevity, people who have success themselves that are really serving our community, and they're doing an amazing service for our people, especially those who want to see financial success in their personal lives and even in their professional lives. So please do so. We'll be back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon, for the Ramon Preston Show. Be sure to share the information, share our page, leave us some comments, give us some feedback, and we'll be sure to see you tomorrow right here, same place, same time, on the Ramon Preston Show.